US President Donald Trump signed into law his much-anticipated legislation, dubbed the One Big Beautiful Bill, during a White House ceremony on the 4th of July, marking the country's 249th Independence Day. Touting it as a fulfillment of campaign promises, Mr. Trump declared the bill a victory for the American people, with sweeping changes to taxation, immigration, defense spending, and social programs. The centerpiece of the legislation is a $4.5 trillion tax cut package. It permanently extends the tax reductions from Trump's first term, which were due to expire at the end of the year. The bill introduces temporary deductions for overtime, tipped income, and auto loan interest, while creating a $6,000 deduction for older adults earning up to $75,000 annually. The child tax credit rises from $2,000 to $2,200, though low-income families will not receive the full amount. The cap on state and local tax deductions, known as SALT, is increased fourfold to $40,000 for 5 years. Businesses can now immediately write off 100% of expenses on equipment and research, while wealthier households stand to benefit by an estimated $12,000 per year. In contrast, the poorest Americans may lose around $1,600 annually, largely due to cuts in food assistance and healthcare benefits. The bill allocates $350 billion for Trump's border and immigration enforcement policies. This includes funding for the US-Mexico border wall, 100,000 migrant detention beds, and new facilities. It also provides for the hiring of 10,000 new ICE agents, each with a $10,000 signing bonus and a large-scale recruitment drive for Border Patrol officers. Trump has pledged to deport 1 million undocumented migrants each year. To help fund this, the bill introduces new immigration-related application fees, including for asylum seekers. A notable addition is $25 billion in funding for Trump's proposed Golden Dome missile defense system. The system, inspired by Israel's Iron Dome, is aimed at creating a nationwide anti-missile shield. Trump previously stated that the project will cost around $175 billion in total and will be operational by 2029. The Pentagon also receives billions for shipbuilding, munitions development, and true quality of life improvements, with an additional $1 billion earmarked for military contributions to border security. To offset the revenue shortfall, the legislation introduces significant reductions to Medicaid and the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. New work requirements mandate 80 hours per month for many adult recipients, including those up to age 65 and parents of children aged 14 and older. A $35 copayment will be introduced for Medicaid services. According to estimates, over 71 million Americans rely on Medicaid, while 40 million use food assistance. Tax breaks for clean energy, a key component of President Biden's 2022 climate package, will be scaled back. Credits for renewable energy projects, including solar and wind, will be significantly reduced. The tax credit for purchasing new or used electric vehicles will expire on the 30th of September 2025 instead of the original 2032 end date. One provision in the bill also removes a proposed tax on solar and wind energy projects that use Chinese-made components. A new Trump account savings scheme for children has been introduced, with each account potentially receiving a $1,000 Treasury deposit. There is also a 1% tax on remittances, money sent abroad from the United States, and a new excise tax on university endowments. The bill eliminates the existing $200 tax on gun silencers and short-barrel firearms. It also blocks Medicaid funding for family planning providers offering abortions, such as Planned Parenthood, for 1 year. The legislation provides billions for NASA's Artemis moon program and Mars exploration, and allocates $88 million to a Pandemic Response Accountability Committee. To accommodate the bill's costs, the legislation also raises the US debt ceiling by $5 trillion, allowing for continued government borrowing. According to the Congressional Budget Office, the One Big Beautiful Bill will increase the federal deficit by approximately $3.3 trillion between 2025 and 2034.